It started as just another icy traveler drifting through the void, but now something changed. 3I Atlas, the Manhattan-sized interstellar object hurtling through our solar system, has begun glowing green, as if something deep within has suddenly switched on. Astronomers admit they've never seen anything quite like it. This isn't just a comet getting brighter. It's transforming in ways that defy simple explanation. What's happening out there? Why is this shift so important? And could this be our first real glimpse of something far stranger than nature itself? 1. The glow that shouldn't exist. The first sign that something unusual was happening came not from its speed or size, but its color. For weeks, 3I Atlas had the dusty, reddish tinge expected of a typical comet. Then, in early September 2025, telescopes reported something startling. Its coma, the huge, gaseous envelope surrounding the object, had turned an eerie green. Astronomers at Chile's Very Large Telescope detected sharp increases in emissions from cyanide gas, CN, and nickel vapor. These compounds fluoresce green when energized by sunlight. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb even described the change as a switching-on event, as if a hidden mechanism had suddenly activated. That wording caught global attention, because while natural chemistry explains much of what we see, the timing and suddenness of the shift are unusual. So why does this glow matter? First, it's not just cosmetic. The change signals a dramatic alteration in the chemical balance of the coma. James Webb Space Telescope readings earlier in August had already shown that the object's gas was dominated by carbon dioxide, CO2, with water vapor trailing behind. As it drew closer to the sun, the CO2 surged, dragging out cyanide and metallic vapors, shifting the entire appearance of the object. Second, the way it happened is strange. Normally, comets gradually shift color as different ices vaporize at different temperatures. But 3I Atlas appears to cross thresholds, where nothing happens for a while, and then suddenly entire new emissions flood out. It's as if layers of the object are locked, only to burst open at specific temperatures. And third, the visual impact is chilling. A glowing green object streaking through our solar system taps into primal imagery, the idea of something alien stirring awake. Scientists reassure us that chemistry alone can explain the glow, but the fact remains, no one predicted this exact transformation. What began as a cold red wanderer is now an emerald torch in the sky, brightening at a pace that even experts are struggling to model. But the color change is only the opening act, because as it glows, 3I Atlas is also behaving in ways that bend, and sometimes break, the rules of how comets are supposed to act. 2. Behavior beyond expectation. When astronomers first spotted 3I Atlas in July 2025, they assumed its activity would ramp up slowly and predictably as it neared the sun. Instead, it's acting like it's on fast forward. Images from the Gemini South Telescope in Chile captured its coma expanding dramatically, with its tail stretching far beyond early predictions. This isn't unusual in itself. Comets grow tails as they heat up, but what startled scientists was how quickly and strongly it flared to life. At distances where most comets remain quiet, 3I Atlas was already venting enormous amounts of gas. The chemistry is equally strange. JWST observations revealed that its atmosphere is rich in CO2, not water, with a CO2 to H2O ratio among the highest ever recorded. On Earth and in most comets, water dominates, with CO2 playing a smaller role. Here, CO2 is king, suggesting the comet formed in a very different environment than our solar system. Even more puzzling, water vapor was detected far out at 3 astronomical units, where water ice should normally remain frozen solid. The source? Giant icy grains lifted off its surface, acting as mini icebergs that sublimated once exposed. Then came the anti-tail, a tail seemingly pointing toward the sun normally. Solar radiation pushes dust and gas away, forming tails that stream outward. But Hubble imagery captured a faint structure on the sunward side. One explanation is geometric. Earth's viewing angle can sometimes make dust trails appear as anti-tails. Still, combined with its other anomalies, the site fed speculation that something stranger was happening. Even polarimetric studies, which examine how light scatters off dust, show an extreme negative polarization branch, unlike most comets. This suggests the dust particles are structured in unusual ways, possibly aggregates or layered grains not commonly found in our neighborhood. Put together, these clues suggest 3I Atlas is not just another rock with ice. Its behavior is erratic, its chemistry foreign, and its visual phenomena uncanny. Scientists describe it as a living laboratory, a chance to study materials from beyond our solar system in real time. But to others, it feels like something is staging a performance, unveiling new surprises one by one. And the biggest question remains, what if these behaviors aren't just random outbursts of chemistry, but signs of something deeper? 3. The unthinkable possibilities. Here is where scientific caution collides with human imagination. On one side, researchers stress that everything 3I Atlas has done so far can be explained by chemistry and physics. On the other, the pattern of its changes, the sudden glow, the nonlinear activity, the anti-tail, has opened the door to speculation. One natural explanation is that 3I Atlas formed in a very different star system, perhaps near its sun's CO2 frost line, which left it unusually rich in carbon dioxide and cyanide compounds. Its long journey through interstellar space preserved these volatile ices, so when they finally meet sunlight again, they erupt dramatically. This would make 3I Atlas a pristine messenger of alien chemistry, giving us a rare glimpse into how other planetary systems build their comets. But there are more daring theories. Avi Loeb suggested that if an object were engineered, even passively, as debris from a larger structure, its behavior might appear unusual when heated. He even raised the idea of 3I Atlas releasing fragments or mini probes, which could later appear as small unidentified phenomena closer to Earth. Media headlines amplified this, framing the comet as potentially switching on. While speculative, such ideas thrive because the object's activity is so hard to predict with standard models. NASA, meanwhile, emphasizes caution. Official statements describe it as a cometary body with atypical composition, but not a threat to Earth. Its closest approach to Mars in early October 2025, at about 30 million kilometers, will allow orbiters like ESA's ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter to capture close-range data. Then in late October, it swings by perihelion at $1.40, and in December, it passes closest to Earth at 270 million kilometers. Each stage is a fresh chance to test whether the anomalies hold up under more scrutiny. What makes this moment so critical is that interstellar objects are rare. We've only seen two before. 1I/oumuamua, which baffled scientists with its cigar-like shape and unexplained acceleration, and 2I/Borisov, which looked more like a typical comet. 3I Atlas is bigger, brighter, and stranger, a once-in-a-lifetime visitor. So, is it just exotic chemistry from a distant star system? Or could it be something we can't yet categorize? A relic, a construct, a beacon? We don't have the answers yet. But as it nears the sun, the show is only intensifying, leaving humanity to watch, wonder, and brace for whatever comes next. 4. A message in green. 3I/Atlas began as a faint dot in the sky. Now it glows green, sprouts strange tails, and whispers chemistry from another star system. Every new observation adds mystery instead of clarity. For scientists, it's a treasure trove of data. For the rest of us, it feels like something has awakened in our skies. Could this be just an extraordinary comet, or the first sign of something beyond nature? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means the world and keeps our journey going.